You guys are listening to the Masculinity Show, a podcast for introverts to become more masculine and get the body of an alpha male. And of course, get more mentally healthy and get that seducer's mindset, if you get me. And lastly, I help guys become more desirable and get the mindset of a seducer. Let's get into the podcast. Alright, you guys, check the show notes. I have Alpha Body Blueprint, Alpha Body Bootcamp, same thing. I want you to click the link and let's start the podcast. Before we proceed, understand that I want you to check the show notes, as I always say. Okay, check the show notes. I'm going to be putting a few things in the show notes this time. I'm going to be putting my exercise course and also Closer's Guide to Seduction, my second dating ebook. Now, before I get started into how to basically get any girl you want to visualize having fun with you, let's get a few things straight, okay? Now, these few things is this 3-step process that I always have every guy do, that I want every guy to follow, okay? Now, I talk about this in the pacing and leading sequence of my dating books, right? I actually have this written down step by step, okay? This is known as the framework for pacing and leading, okay? Step 1, attraction. Step 2, high status conversations. Step 3, qualifying, pacing and leading, and or escalating. It's all 3 basically, you guys. But let me tell you guys something real quick. I know that's probably confusing to a lot of you, so I'm going to make this very simple. Let me simplify this for you, okay? When you pace and lead interactions, okay, you'll naturally get good at qualifying. You'll naturally get good at escalating. But as I already know, you guys, I know a lot of you guys already have some weird thoughts about sex, and I'm going to address that in this podcast today. Just understand this. Stop acting like it's weird, because guess what? Girls can pick up on that energy, and then you're going to transfer that state over to her, and then she's going to get turned off as a result, and she won't know why that she's turned off. She'll just know that she's turned off, okay? And she will most definitely not want to talk to you if you're not comfortable in yourself. So more on this in a little bit when we talk about sexual fantasies. Now, let's go, you guys. You have to create attraction in her, okay? I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, okay? You never have to wonder how to make a girl like you anymore. I'm going to literally give you the exact information on how to do that. It ain't looks or money. It's this coming right up in a second, okay? I'm gonna talk about that, guys. Listen to me. Just listen to the podcast called 5 Telltale Signs Girls Are Attracted. Every single sign they're attracted in that podcast, you guys, are my reference experiences. So, step 2, after she feels attracted to you, now she's kind of feeling this curiosity, this pull, this energy towards you. You actually shift away from the attraction stuff and you want to go into higher status conversations. Okay, this right here, you guys, I talk about on my blog. Okay, check the show notes. Look for the article called The Ultimate Guide to Pickup. All right, now here is where you guys are going to really connect. Okay, guys, listen to me. Pickup is not about just getting a girl's number. Okay, I want to make that very clear. Women value connection. They value connection. They want to connect with you. They don't want to be seen as just this random person that you just met and that you just want to tap. That right there is not good pickup, okay? Want to know what good pickup is? Good pickup cannot even be seen. Listen to me, guys. This requires a whole different podcast, but real game cannot be seen, okay? It's just... it's just you and the girl, okay? It's just you and the girl. And when it's just you and the girl, you know at that time that she is going to get really turned on by how you just present yourself, how your energy is, guys. I talk about your energy in Become the Alpha Woman Want, my very first dating ebook. But you guys, your energy matters more than what's being said, more than what's coming out of your mouth, okay? So I could really talk to you guys about bananas. I could talk to you guys about canned chicken. I could talk to you guys about, I don't know, like Subway. Doesn't matter what I talk about with you. But anything at all, you guys, it's your energy behind what you say that matters more, okay? So, now that I just talked to you guys about energy, that right there is what girls are pulled towards. Girls are pulled towards your energy, okay? So, you want her thinking, damn, this guy's amazing. I don't want to leave his side. That's what you want her thinking, okay? Now, we go to step 3, okay? Escalation. This is when she is strongly attracted to you. She really wants you, okay? So you guys, listen to me. Escalation, pacing and leading, they're both very similar, okay? So guys, listen to me. When you escalate, you pace her reality. You tell her more about herself than what she can verbalize. She sees that you are an authority on her reality. And that right there is powerful shit. So, with that said, let's start the sexual fantasy sequence. Alright, you guys. I'm going to get into this sexual fantasy sequence. Now, before I get into this, understand that, as you know, attraction, high status conversations, and pacing and leading, they need to come together. Okay, but I want to tell you something about that real quick. Even though I have that framework from my book, Become the Alpha Woman Wants, I want to remind you guys that seduction is non-linear. It doesn't really happen in some systematic form. So, you may have to jump back to attraction if you notice that you need to get her volume knob going up. Because you guys, listen to me, attraction is like a volume knob. But I want to make myself very clear. Okay, I really want you to listen to my podcast called 5 Flirting Hacks. Because, listen to me, social comfort comes first, okay? I think I said comfort, but you know what? Let's switch that around to social comfort, okay? Social comfort comes first, then you build attraction, okay? Social comfort comes first, then you build attraction. Listen to me, you guys. I want social comfort to be like the underlying meat of building up to this sexual fantasy sequence, because I want to tell you guys something really quick. You should be screening for girls that are not going to make it too easy for you. Because you guys, I'm going to tell you something. You don't want to find like these OnlyFans girls that use their sex drive as a power tool, okay? Bad plan. You don't do that, okay? So, you want girls that will not make it that easy for you. Most girls will not make it that easy for you, unless if you are dealing with freaking, like, gosh, oh my god, this could get me into some deep trouble with girls, but you know what, fuck it, I don't care. Listen to me, you guys. OnlyFans girls are just, they're easy to seduce. They really are. They really fucking are. Because if you think about it, they're just so desperate for attention that's really all they want. It's attention. But anyways, let's keep moving forward, alright? How you become her sexual fantasy in just 10 minutes. Oh, fuck. Brothers, this might sound a little hard to believe, but I'm going to share with you 4 steps to get her to commit to having fun with you. Are you ready? I would start out by cold reading her, okay? So I would just drop this cold read from my manual hilarious lines and evil cold reads. I take it that you are a very bad girl, aren't you? That right there is a qualifying question. Did you notice that? It's a mixture of a cold read and a qualifying question. I take it you are a very bad girl, aren't you? Now, that is a very powerful question, you guys. Especially if she's showing signs of attraction. Meaning, guys, listen to me. She needs to show some signs of attraction, okay? She needs to show some signs of attraction before dropping that, okay? Now, after that, he's gonna obviously say, ooh, yeah, I'm a bad girl, right? And then you tell her this. Like, I bet underneath all of those social niceties that you display in front of everyone, that you are a free spirit in the bedroom. So what's it like being such a naughty girl? Ooh, fuck. That's some shit right there, you guys. That's some shit right there. That is pacing and leading, because when you ask that question, I take it you are a very bad girl, aren't you? Okay? And then she agrees, then you start leading, and you cold read her. Like, I bet underneath all those social niceties that you show everyone, you are a free spirit in the bedroom, aren't you? So what's it like being such a naughty girl? Ooh. Brothers, that's some good stuff right there. Now, I have a secret I'm going to share with you, brothers. But you really cannot tell anyone, alright? I hope you promise me, right? Promise you won't tell anyone this secret. I have this deep secret life. Hint, hint, go check out Hidden Secret Life, visualization. I have this secret life to have sex near or under or around all of the world's best waterfalls. I don't know what it is. There's just something about witnessing that thunderous cascade of water slam onto the ground. Ooh. Did you notice those hidden innuendos? Now, this right here is the killer 4-step formula I'm going to share with you. You become her sexual fantasy. Guys, listen to me. I'm going to be real with you. I don't like having sex all day long, okay? Sometimes you guys might think otherwise, but no, not the case. In fact, I prefer building up to it, building up the anticipation. I would rather get her thinking about me getting it out with her than for me to just go straight for the meat. You know what I mean, you guys? Do you know what I mean? Don't go straight for the meat, is what I just said. Now, step 1, frame her as one of those girls, comfortable, confident, and open to talking about anything. For example, you say something like this. Isn't it weird how even today in the 21st century, some really prudish people are still uncomfortable talking about sex and sexually related topics? Now she's going to agree. You start leading, right? Yeah. Like it's honestly the 21st century. Sex is the reason you're here. And it's the most normal, natural thing in the world. Sex is life. Sex brings life here on Earth. You get me? Now, again, you guys, it's the anticipation that girls crave over, like, the actual act. Okay? So, that's step 1. Frame her as one of those people, or one of those girls, comfortable, confident, and open to talking about anything, and make it seem like she is superior than most of everyone because of it. Now, step 2. Talk about sexual fantasies and have her describe hers. Like, ease your way into this one for a second. Guys, listen to me. Remember when I said don't be a horn dog? Don't go straight for the kill. Don't go straight for the meat, right? Here's how you do that, okay? Here's how you do that. Tell her how it's interesting, how different their sexual fantasies can be, all right? And you get her feeling comfortable talking about sex, right? Then I want you to ask her this. What about you? What's your hottest sexual fantasy? Obviously, at this point, you guys, she's going to start sharing her sexual fantasy with you. Now, you guys, listen to me. You need to really be non-judgmental here, okay? Because, you guys, this is a huge thing that girls can get insecure about. Don't repeat what she tells you to anyone, okay? That is, you are non-judgmental and you're good at keeping secrets. You are non-judgmental and you are good at keeping secrets. Very important, you guys. Now, once she starts sharing her sexual fantasy, this is step 3, okay? Have her turn herself on, okay? Now, you are going to ask her process-related questions. What is a process-related question? Simple. Listen to me right now. All right, if you were to imagine what it would be like for you to have fun at a beach. Okay, guys, I'm just telling you an example of what a girl told me once on her sexual fantasy. So, the whole point is a lot of girls do have fantasies to have sex on the beach. Speaking from experience on that one. Now, guys, listen to me. You want to just remember her sexual fantasy, okay? Remember her sexual fantasy. So, this is the process-related question. If you were to imagine what it would be like for you to be in her fantasy, like that right there. The example is having fun at the beach, okay? That's the sexual fantasy. Now, what would that feel like? What would that feel like for you to have fun at the beach? Now, this is where you're going to get her describing her emotions and sensations, and pretty soon she'll have just turned her own self on. Guys, have you heard How to Be a Sexy Challenge? Listen to it. I talk about how when girls sell yourself to you like that, she is turning herself on because she is describing those emotions, because girls operate through emotions. Now, step 4, okay? Describe your sexual fantasy and then future pace the both of yours together with a qualifier attached to it, okay? So, listen to me. Brothers, I know you're listening to my podcast right now and you're like thinking, well, wait, Adam, what should my sexual fantasy be? Brothers, I'm not here to tell you what your sexual fantasy is. Just make sure that you have a healthy sexual fantasy, okay? I talked about this already in my episode called Stimulate Her 7 Chakras. Guys, listen to me. I don't want you to have any weird fantasies that is just fucked up, okay? I want to make myself very clear on that. Just have healthy, normal sexual fantasies, okay? Now, you want to describe your sexual fantasy sensually. I'll just say something like this, you guys. I'll say something like this. Me and this girl are in Mexico. The sun is beaming down on us, and there's a cool breeze hitting the skin at the same time. It feels really good. We're surrounded by tropical rainforest and a small river, and there's this waterfall coming down right in front of us. It's only about 15 feet, but the sound of the water crashing down into the river is so soothing. We are both naked, standing knee-high in the water behind the fall, our arms wrapped around each other as we cover each other's bodies with kisses and begin to make love. Now, guys, this is where the double genius of this sequence comes into play. I call it double genius, right? You are going to combine your fantasy with hers to create a future. Basically, guys, this is future pacing right here, okay? Future pacing. Now, this is what I would say. Okay, guys? I want to make this very clear. The only reason I talk about her being in high school and shit like that and her principal is because I want her to think about times in her life where she was a lot younger and she was just free from the conditions of society and does whatever she wants to do with anyone she wants to do, right? Now, Listen to me, you guys. That doesn't mean get her to do something that she doesn't want to do. I want to make myself very clear on that. Don't do anything like that. It's not cool. Now, this is what I would say to her. Okay, this is what I would say. You know what, it would be so funny if I would just took you to that waterfall in Mexico with me, and we were just swimming in there, and somehow your high school principal shows up, and he's just chilling on the side watching. We're so gonna do some skinny dipping together. He's gonna be so jealous, sitting there and not allowed to join in. But if we're actually going to do more than just kiss there, I'm definitely going to have to know a little more bit about you than what I do right now. I can't just bring any girl into my sexual fantasies. I have to see if you could really handle it. Do you see what I did there? That is a qualifier. Now, that right there is super fucking effective. Okay? Why? Well, guys, have you heard my episode called How to Use Sensual Language to Turn Girls On? I just created a barrier. Alright, you guys? Barriers puts attraction on steroids. I'll say that one more time. Barriers put attraction on steroids. So, I'm going to repeat that one more time. What I would say to her, right? You know, it would be so funny if I just took you to that waterfall in Mexico with me, and we were just swimming in there, and somehow your high school principal shows up, chilling on the side watching. We're going to do exactly that. This is obviously after we had fun at the beach, right? He's going to be so jealous, sitting there, not allowed to join in. But if we're actually going to do more than just kiss there, I'm definitely going to have to know a little bit more about you than I do right now. And I can't just bring any girl into my sexual fantasies. I have to see if you can really handle me. That's it, you guys. Peace out. I love you.